the thing. Welcome everybody. We're live. FSD beta 10.69.2.3, latest version, but I have two special guests with me. They're not going to show their face, but we're going to hear them. We're going to have my grandfather say hello.
Hello.
And my wife.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Technically my grandfather.
Yes, technically my wife's grandfather, but he's everybody's grandfather.
No,
all right.
Only mine.
Only yours. Okay, you can have him. He's great. Okay, so we're gonna do Franklin's barbecue for the first stop, as we usually do. So of course, with this one, we have two passengers with us, and the reason why is because I'm curious to see what they think of the latest version of full self-driving. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on, and we're gonna get going. So, and then obviously as the passengers, you guys react any way you want. So part of the idea here is I'm curious to see how, if you guys feel comfortable, you know, like if it feels weird. So right now the car's driving itself fully. I'm not doing anything, okay?
Oh my gosh, watch out. Bus. Oh.
That big thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that cute moped.
I love how her helmet matches the bike. So we came to the stop sign nicely, and now the car is moving forward. Good, so that was negotiated really well. Perfect.
That was good.
Awesome. That was very good. So we're starting in our usual spot, University of Texas Stadium, football stadium. There's typically decent amount of traffic, decent amount of pedestrians. Actually, the way it cleared that intersection there was the best it's ever cleared it. I think mainly because there wasn't too much traffic, but it was done really well. All right, here we got another stop sign.
Got super close to this.
The pickup truck on the right?
Truck, yeah.
Was it uncomfortable?
No.
Okay.
It was creepy.
It was creepy. So definitely call out stuff like that. If you see something that's like weird or uncomfortable from your vantage point,
Okay.
it's helpful for, I think for people and for Tesla to really understand sort of how this software is performing so far. But so far it's actually, from my vantage point, it's doing it really well. Really, really well. So
this kid is like, what the hell are you doing?
Which one?
The one that was just walking by staring at the cameras.
They're gonna be on YouTube. Like and subscribe if you see this video. That would be amazing if I can give everybody like a card here. You're on camera, like and subscribe. What do you think so far, grandfather? How's it feel? The car's driving itself.
Well, it's very, very miraculous to me.
Okay.
Oh, miraculous.
Miraculous.
Oh.
Because we don't have those type in Guyana.
Okay, right. Yeah, it's a very new,
Not yet.
very new technology. Not yet, that's true. So this one's really weird because this one's a left turn, and typically what it does, it gets stuck in this middle lane. It has to go into that left lane. But see how it doesn't know how to handle this? It needs to be in this left lane here. And I'm gonna actually record this for the people at Tesla here. It needs to be on the left lane. So I'm gonna let it do its thing. I'm gonna see if it gets over to the left lane. And if not, I'll just I'll take over and make it happen. But it should be in that left lane right now to make the left. Beautiful day in Texas, in Austin right now, 91 degrees. It's 5:10 in the evening, afternoon. When does evening start technically? Like 6, right? 6. 5:10 in the afternoon, Central Time. So see, it's not getting in the left lane here, which is quite annoying. See now, yeah, see? Yeah, so I'm gonna take over. So that was no good. It should have been in the left lane and it wasn't for this left turn, so I took over and got over to this lane. This poor lady probably hates me.
The one on the left?
Yeah, the one on the left. Let me get over to the right lane here so she can at least make her turn.
Yeah.
All right.
It's nice to be.
So now there's some road work up here. And actually we should be in this left lane. We should be in the left lane. So me getting in the right lane was not a smart idea. So let's see how it negotiates this. So we got some road work on the right.
So the opportunity to go left ends very soon.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see how it handles this. So I don't know if the car knows that there's road work up there, which forces the right lane to turn into a right turning lane. You know what I'm saying? So it needs to be on the left lane. to make that. Otherwise, this road would have just been two lanes going straight. So what it probably will do is, I'm gonna guess it's gonna stay in the right lane, it's gonna notice it's late, and then it's just going to reroute itself, is my guess of what's gonna happen. Unless it realizes last second it puts the left blinker on and it gets over to the left lane. So this is one that's even like kind of difficult for a human too, because it's like, okay, I didn't even know there was, see, now this is a right turning lane. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, so we got a weird curb here. Okay, so it's gonna make the right turn. So it's stopping. I don't really know, I don't think it should have stopped, so I'm gonna send that over. It should have just completed the right turn. Okay, so it's gonna reroute itself.
It was being safe.
Yeah.
So that's good.
And that's the one thing that I've noticed ever since I've done the test drives. It's always been safe. So here we got a UPS truck kind of sticking his butt out a little bit, and the car slowed down for it, which I don't think it's a bad thing. How do you feel so far, babe?
Fine.
Fine?
Mm-hmm. It probably helps because I'm sitting in the back.
Okay, so this is the right turning lane. This is, yeah, this is the right turning lane. Yeah. Yeah. So that was a right turning lane, that was no good. So it should have made a right there, but the sign for it to be a right turning lane was late as well, but it should have been in the left lane. So I sent that over to Tesla. So that was another incorrect sort of like wrong lane behavior. Here we need to do what? Let's see. Here we're gonna make, so what's going on here? Unable to complete, the GPS looks to be confused. Okay, so we should be going straight and then making a left here. Yeah, that was kind of odd. You saw that on the map here? You see this here?
Oh, that's weird.
Why is it doing that?
It's like a parking lot.
So I don't know if maybe that was that could have been a new road that they just put it in the campus. The one thing to keep in mind is everyone who's watching the video, they're doing a lot of construction here in Austin on the university campus. So it could be that some of these roads haven't been properly updated, but it does look like a road, so I'm not really sure what happened there. So that was quite confusing. But we're still in one piece. All right, here we go. So we're gonna make a left turn. It's entering the intersection, and it's making a left. Okay. How was that?
Not bad.
We got some people walking around. This thing got in the right lane. Let's see. So it needs to make a right here. So that was the correct move. That was actually done quite well. It got over in the right lane. And so far, I've only disengaged at the light, at the traffic light where it was in the incorrect lane. Yeah, that area, every time I do this test, it doesn't do it right. And now it's got to get all the way in the left lane. So let's see how it does this. So it's doing so, yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
That was really good.
I didn't think it was gonna do it.
It did it. Nice. The one thing is it did do it slowly, you know, so and there was no traffic behind us moving, so that was kind of to our benefit, but it completed the move nicely. How you feeling so far, grandfather?
It's doing well.
It's doing well?
Yeah.
What kind of score would you give it so far?
Well, I would say 99.
90, okay.
Oh, 99.
You're very generous.
99 out of 10.
99 because it's so unique, because it's so surprising? Okay, yeah.
To me, it only made one mistake.
Okay, okay. It's more mistakes, less mistakes than most people make sometimes, huh? 99. You heard it here first. Grandfather, 99 out of 100. Release this thing. Get it out to the people. Babe, what do you think so far? What you've experienced so far?
Well, I don't have anxiety, so that's a good sign.
Okay, that's a good sign. Is it better than the other times that you remember me doing the test?
100%.
Significant improvement?
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you've noticed the improvement?
The turns.
Okay.
It also seems like more confident about making decisions, which I like.
Yep.
And then when it's not too confident, like when it's thinking, I really like that.
Yeah. So here we need to make a left turn. Now what was kind of it did sort of this weird thing where it went to the right and then to kind of give itself a better angle, there was somebody behind me that was trying to kind of get around me, and typically as a human, I'm gonna push it along a little bit here just to clear the intersection a little bit faster. Okay, and now we're gonna stop over. So we reached our destination, Franklin's Barbecue on the right. There was a car behind me, and it kind of moved a little bit to the right to give itself a better angle, but me moving to the right prevented the car behind me to clear the rest of the road. So typically I would have just stayed in the left and made the turn, but that's just part of the behavior. Okay, next stop, Capitol. Texas Capitol. What is it called, babe? Texas Capitol?
Texas Capitol.
I always get this one wrong. Texas Capitol. Okay. And then we're going to our next stop. You were there, grandfather. We went there
a couple nights ago.
Ago.
Friday.
It was that big building with the flag on the top.
Thursday.
Yeah. That was last week, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. There's a Bronco on the left. It's nice.
Ooh, I like the Bronco.
All right, so now we're moving over to the Texas Capitol building. We have a person parking on the right here, and negotiated that, no problem. And here we got a left turn. Yeah, so you were saying the confidence of the car is changing, sort of making you more comfortable being in the car?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now we got a car coming on the left here, which you recognize, perfect. And this is kind of a blind turn too, so there is, it's kind of hard to see on the right. So let's see how the car does this. So nothing, clear on the left, clear on the right, perfect. Look at this, awesome. It's done really well. And now these lane markings are kind of weird here. So we're going straight, okay? So it's positioning itself on the right lane here, okay, good. That turn it's had, I think the last time I did the test, that turn we just completed, it was weird. Because it would creep really far forward before it committed. This time it kind of, it committed nicely. Yeah.
Oh, look at Rivian.
More confident. Where?
On the left.
Oh, hello.
They look so much better.
They look so much better in person.
They're so nice.
I've never seen a car look like so bad in a picture and so good in person. They did a really good job with the design.
It's like you can't tell the scale when you see it online, or
right.
You know what I mean?
It looks better as a bigger car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even the lights look funky.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna.
That's good.
So do we have a left turn here? So we got a left turn coming up. So this is going to be interesting to watch. It's on the right lane, but it needs to be on the left lane. Is this a left turning lane for these folks? Okay, this is super interesting. We've got a green light and the intersection's blocked. And we clear the intersection. We got to be on the left lane, I believe, or is it the next left?
It's the next one.
Oh, it's the next one, okay. Never mind, I don't know how to read my own GPS. So here we got some construction. It moved over perfectly. And now here we got an unprotected left with a lot of traffic. Okay, this is going to be very interesting because that is a tight window. So we've entered the median, and we got to go into that little crevice of a road with construction on the right. So here's what's interesting. We can't even go on the right. You see the to the right of the barriers there? We're not supposed to be going there because that's construction, but there's nothing blocking that as construction. So I'm curious to see if the car is going to recognize that the right side of that barrier is, we should not be driving towards, it should be towards the left. Okay, so here we go. So that guy stopped. Let's see. No, I'm gonna stop it. I wasn't confident that I was gonna go to this side, but that was a very difficult scenario. So I'm gonna send that over to Tesla. I like the way it stopped in the median. I like the way that it started going once the car let it go, but I wasn't confident that it was gonna go on the left side of the barrier, which is like super counterintuitive. So here it's stopping. We have a blocked intersection. It doesn't, let me see if it knows what to do. Do we go right or left? We're gonna have to make a right. Okay, so it's kind of, it says creeping forward, checking for visibility, but it's not creeping forward. So I'm gonna creep forward for it. Again, this is sort of a very weird spot because we have construction there on the right and it needs to clear this intersection. So I'm gonna help it forward a little bit more. I'm helping it forward right now. Okay, now I can see cars coming from the left.
This is a weird intersection.
This is very weird. And we have construction on the right. So it needs to go around that barrier on the right. Let's see how it does this. Okay, so I'm gonna push it along here. Let's see. Okay, pushing it along, okay. So I pushed it along. I didn't touch the steering wheel or nothing. So negotiated, it sort of went around the turns properly, but it I have to help it along, but that was quite a difficult scenario. So I'm going to send that anyway.
I'm too chicken to even let it go through construction. I just turn it off.
I do as like in a real life scenario, I do as well. But I think to collect like the data, because this is the kind of stuff that Tesla has to get figured out in order to make this like a full bore solution for everybody to use. So it needs to know how to negotiate through whatchamacallit, road work as well, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We're still at 99 out of 100, grandfather? So it's going to get on the right lane, and yeah, so the Texas Capitol is actually right up front. So, and we got a green light, and it's going to clear the intersection perfectly. We're going to go towards the right side of the road.
Someone's backing up.
I see that, yeah.
No.
So they're going in the parking lot. Perfect. Okay. All right, and we've arrived to the Capitol building.
Whee!
Perfect. Okay, next, usually I do Zilker. So I'm gonna do Zilker. Zilker Park, very good. Back it up a little bit. Get out of here. Perfect. All right.
Prompt.
So, are you surprised that cars can drive themselves, grandfather? What do you think?
No, I'm not surprised. I heard about it before.
Okay.
But I never saw it.
Okay, you never saw it in person.
Yeah.
Okay. When do you think we'll have where every car is going to be self-driving, you think? How long do you think it's going to take before every car can do this? If you were to guess.
I would
Your
know.
best guess.
I would know.
You wouldn't know? Okay. You want to give a guess, like a shot at it? What is that, 20 years, 50 years, 10 years? What do you think? Oh, okay, so
Well,
yeah.
I think the technology that I have now
Uh-huh.
may be a bit more.
Okay. Yeah, so that was, the car was behaving really weirdly there because there was a biker trying to go across, but they weren't on the road. It didn't seem like they were behind the bollards, and it was sort of doing this jerking motion back and forth. It wasn't really sure what it was doing, so
It was being extra safe
it was being extra safe.
for the pedestrian, I think.
Yeah. And that's one thing that is sort of like, as a driver who doesn't get a lot of experience, who hasn't had a lot of experience of full self-driving, that's sort of like action can be jarring because the car's always going to prioritize safety, which sometimes doesn't feel like a regular driving motion. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's always a interesting experience, but ultimately if the system knows that's the safest thing to do, it's going to do it. So here we're going to go to the left lane and actually enter that lane nicely, smoothly.
It does a good job of changing lanes when it's in the wrong lane, for the most part. Anyway.
Better than it used to, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's much more decisive. Got a four-way stop coming up. Pedestrian crossing the road. Very good. There's a bottle by my foot. Is this the bottle that kept falling?
Yeah.
Okay, so here it's I'm pushing it along. It's being really slow. Send that over to Tesla. I'm gonna make this bigger here. All right, another all-way stop. Okay, very good. Safely clearing the intersection. Very nice. Left turn coming up here on real ground. And this one's interesting because you got a car on the right, you got a little bit of a crest across us, so it's okay. Perfect. We did that real nice. No problem there.
Whoa.
Pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Now here we got a roundabout. So let's see how it does this. Yeah, I'm paying attention, don't worry. All right, so it's gonna go to the right. So Roundabout, very slow, very slow. I didn't push it along yet. Very slow, very slow. Okay, all right. Slow, but safe. Got a stop sign here, okay. All right, so I had to stop there. That was not good. So there was a four-way stop there, and I'm not really sure if it wasn't recognizing it or what, but I had to stop the car. That was not good.
Probably because it was going uphill.
Yeah, but I saw the stop sign pretty clearly. It should have. I think it should have stopped for it, but.
Yeah, but I feel like sometimes if it's going uphill, like the camera angles don't read certain things.
Okay.
Or sometimes downhill.
Yeah. I still feel like it would have stopped, but it was uncomfortably
I don't feel
close.
like it was stopping.
It didn't feel like it was going to stop for you?
No.
Okay. So that's good to know. It was definitely approaching the intersection much faster than it should have, for sure. For sure. So hopefully when, if Tesla sees that, they'll know that's potential. So here's another weird spot. So green light, we need to make a left. And the car is totally entering the intersection very confidently here. And I'm gonna push it along here actually, because it's sort of stopped. All right, so we got behind this car without a rear bumper. What do you think of this style car there, grandfather? You like that style there without the bumper? What do you think? It's the new look.
Look at this Jeep.
Which one?
Right here.
Oh, he's chilling.
No, look at it. Look
It's
at
an
the
old
front.
school, yeah. Oh, the front? Oh, yeah. That's one of those, I think it's an 80-something Wrangler, maybe? Look, there's another car without a bumper up there, too.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that was a very aggressive stop. That was the, oh. We almost witnessed an accident there. Okay, so we got a green, and we're technically blocking the box. So we're going to back up here to give this person some room to make a turn. So the car shouldn't have done that. And this guy's also blocking the box here. Definitely a lot of traffic here. So we'll send that over. All right, we're gonna let full self-driving come back. There we go. Definitely a challenging driving environment for sure. For sure. How you guys feeling? Feeling good?
Hi.
Yeah? Babe, how you feeling back there?
I'm a little shook.
Is your anxiety level up?
Yeah, it spiked like 1%.
Oh, just 1%?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that an honest 1%, or are you just 1%?
No, honest, because then I'll be like, turn it off.
Oh, yeah. So now it's remaining. The 1% remaining. It's a heightened thing.
Yeah.
What do you feel it doesn't do well still?
Certain like unique situations, obviously, that we just saw, like the construction areas. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
I think certain like uphill or downhill angles doesn't read signs very well.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like that's what it has to work on. To learn.
They call that the March of the Nines. So like, so 99.9% of all situations are covered, but they want to get it to like 99.99999% of situations essentially. So that's what they call the March of Nine. So like these little sort of like situations where the car, you know, behaves oddly are the things that they're looking to tackle as they get closer and closer to getting this thing figured out. And this is actually, I feel like this is a pretty good situation to test because there's a lot of traffic.
I'd be careful with no bumper guy, because the reason why you broked.
Broked.
But yeah, the reason why the car hit the brake so hard was because this guy.
Yeah, he hit it pretty hard in front of me
Stopped
too.
super last minute.
Yeah.
I guess that's why he doesn't have a bumper.
Yeah, I guess so. That makes sense, doesn't it? It all makes sense now. That's funny.
This Jeep is so cool.
Yeah, that's it. CJ7. I'm pretty sure that's a 1980s Jeep.
And there's like a 16-year-old driving it. You are not worthy.
Look at all this graffiti on the bridge. On the right, on the left. This is cool. So at some point the car needs to get, I believe, on the right lane, because we're going to be crossing the bridge and we're going to make a right on Barton Springs. I'm curious to see when it's going to decide to do that. So far we're kind of chilling on this left lane here, which is nice. No issues there. Yeah, you were saying how usually when your anxiety goes up 1%, that's usually when you're like, okay, turn it off.
No, it has to be at like, I don't know, it has to be like at 70% for me to be like, okay, turn off autopilot, I'm done.
Let me ask you this: are you surprised by the improvements that they've made so far?
No, because I've been seeing it.
Okay.
I see it like gradually happen.
Okay.
I mean, we had autopilot since 2016.
Right.
Really.
Yep. With the first Model S. And you sort of saw it come to. Are you? Is this what you expected? Is it going faster than you expected, slower than you expected, or is it sort of like aligned with your expectations?
I think faster than I expected.
Really? Okay. Why?
Yeah.
Why would you say that?
Because it's been just learning so fast. I think back in 2016 when we tried it for the first time, I thought it had like another like 20 years.
You mean with the original autopilot?
Yeah, with the original autopilot.
Yeah, yeah. You thought it had another 20 years, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what's really cool about where they are now is that the easy stuff, so like just navigating lanes with no traffic. Okay, it's trying to get on the right lane here. Or what is it doing? Yeah, it's trying to get on the right lane, okay. It kind of signaled late there, it slowed down and then it just put a signal on. So that was...
Yeah, you don't want to be that kind of driver.
Yeah.
Tesla.
Yeah, that was sort of a little bit of a jerk move, but
it's just
it was
blending
safe.
right into to Texas drivers.
What's that?
It's just blending in with the other Texas
That's
drivers.
right. Yeah. It's actually learning from other Texas drivers, and that's why it did that.
It's learning bad behaviors.
All right, yellow light. Let's see what it does here. Okay, so it's just going to be safe. Okay, you can't be mad at it for that. Safe driving is best driving, right?
I'll remember that.
Don't hold me to it. I'm kidding.
Wait, this is being recorded. That's perfect. I'll remember this.
No.
Yeah.
No, I can clip. I can always edit this out.
What I need to do is actually record you how you actually
What
drive.
they did just now,
Yeah.
the red light, I don't think the car would do that.
What? Beat the red light?
Yes, I
Yeah.
see them guys beat the red light just now.
Yeah, and it didn't do it. You saw that? It just stopped
Yeah,
for the light.
car stopped, the car didn't do it.
Did that make you happy? Were you happy to see that?
Well, it sure better sense.
It has better sense than other people, right? There you go. That's the one thing that a lot of people say is that the car actually behaves really, really safe. It really does. Especially for people around the car, like people that are not in this car, and obviously people in this car as well by association. But the strange thing is that sometimes when it does something really safe, it's like very like, you get moved around the car really, really heavily, right? So it's kind of taking that balance of safety and comfort. And obviously it's a very difficult thing to do. But, I do think it's been doing a really, really, really good job getting to the point. And it's going to do stuff like that all the time. So it's going to see a yellow light and it will stop for the red unless it's really, really close to the traffic
Are you
light.
driving or is it driving?
It's driving.
It did stop for the yellow.
It did stop, yeah. The car's driving.
No?
Yeah. Why? Was that a good
I
turn?
thought it was you driving.
Just now?
Yeah.
No, it was the car. No, this whole time is the car. So like stuff like this, right? Look at these turns. These turns, no traffic, like it's easy peasy, no problem. 2 years ago, you had this sort of like, weaving motion a little bit. It was kind of acting a little strange on some turns. But like those easy situations are not a piece of cake for it. For those that are not familiar with ACL Austin City Limits is going on right now. It was last weekend and this weekend as well. This is one of the main entrances to get into the event.
We were lined up here.
We were lined up here.
Oh,
That's
gosh.
right. Remember that? We were here for like 45 minutes.
Yep. And you gotta go all the way to the left for the bags, the bag line.
Yeah, we were on the bag line because you decided to bring your little fanny pack.
Of course.
Your disco themed fanny pack. I think we've
look,
arrived.
Grandfather, you see on the right?
Yeah.
This is where the festival was that we went to. Look, you see on the right?
Grandfather on the right. You see that? That's the festival we went to this weekend. Okay, we've arrived. Let's go to Swift's attic. Navigate to Swift's attic. So now we're gonna go to one of our favorite restaurants.
Hey, cousin.
Do you think they're on full self-driving? All right, so it's getting on the left lane here. All right.
Cousin is like, nah.
Like, get off my butt. All right. So I believe there's a U-turn coming up. Yes. Okay. So let's see how it does this.
Oh, jeez.
Let's see how it does this. Are you nervous? Okay, so I'm gonna push it along because it's going really slow and there's people coming behind me, so I'm gonna push it along. So that was me pushing the car along. It turned perfectly, but it was just so hesitant. And I had people behind me. They didn't want to be.
Why is it all the way on the right?
Yeah, I agree.
For a left turn.
I agree. It should be on a little bit biased towards the left for sure.
Well, I guess no one can turn right anyway.
You could go straight though.
Yeah.
And I mean, the lane's not marked for 2 lanes, right? So the car's gonna be like, well, there's no 2 lanes, there's 1 lane, so why shouldn't I use the full lane to my advantage?
Yeah.
Right? So we still got people coming and we got people across from us as well. So this person should let us go. Let's see. Yep, and they're waving us on. Thank you very much. So I'm gonna push the car along. And it decided to be on the right lane. Okay. So I did push the car along slightly, but it made the turn on its own. Yeah. So far, babe, what's your score? I don't think we asked for your score so
My
far.
score?
Yeah. And be honest, right? Like
I'm gonna say it's a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's 10 out of 10 in your head?
You don't have to help it along. It's very confident in construction areas, or like, you know, it's kind of prepared for unpredictable situations, I guess.
Okay. And you said that you feel more comfortable in it than you have in the past.
Oh yeah.
That's still the case?
Definitely.
Okay, definitely. Like how much more, like if you were, so in your head, the last time you were in the car where I truly like had you feel full self-driving versus today?
I think that was like maybe a month ago or like 6 weeks ago.
Okay.
Something like that. And I had you turn it off, remember?
Yeah. So you weren't even in the car for an extended period of time?
No, it was just doing some really weird stuff.
I don't think you've ever been in the car with full self-driving for an extended period of
Yes,
time.
I have. What are you talking about?
So
What
what?
are you literally torture me with full self-driving, and I have to. Anyway.
I wonder how many people who have this, like their partners would say the same exact thing. You know?
I'm
like
just freaking out the whole time.
all the people that do full self-driving on YouTube, like how many of their like spouses are like hearing you say that and they're
I
like,
should
thank
just start
God.
sitting in the back seat.
You should.
That way I don't have to see what's going on up front.
What do you mean? As far as like how it's behaving?
Yes.
I mean, there was a part of the drive where you were like, oh, I didn't even know you were driving. Or I didn't even know the car was driving. I thought you were driving.
There was a turn.
A
turn.
One turn. But it's still a 7 out of 10 then?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my honest rating. You asked for it.
So when do you think, how much longer until it gets a 10, you think? If you were to guess.
If I were to guess?
Yeah.
At this rate, I think 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah.
You think there's still 5 years to go?
Yes.
So you think it's going to take 5 years until this thing gets propagated to the masses?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Which is a lot sooner than I
Initially expected.
initially thought. It's 10 years earlier than what I initially thought.
So I think this thing's ready next year. Personally.
Mm-mm.
You don't think so?
I don't see it.
Okay.
I'll bet you though.
What do you want to bet? We'll literally have it on camera. What do you want to bet?
I'll bet you Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
All right, shake my hand. Shake my hand. Okay.
I want Chick-fil-A.
For the record, did I shake your hand?
Yes.
Okay, so this is an official bet. If full self-driving is ready by next year, so December 31st, 2023, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I win, I get Chick-fil-A. And then if it's January 1st, 2024, you get Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
Deal?
Perfect.
Okay. And this whole time the car's been driving itself.
It's too long for you.
Great.
It's too long, you think?
Wait.
Oh, I'm a patient man, grandfather.
Okay.
I'm a very patient man.
Well, they say patience is virtue.
Oh, I agree. I'm a very virtuous person. I'm
Yeah, okay,
kidding.
bud.
Patience is a virtue. Grandfather, do you mind sharing your age for those that are listening in? You don't have to share if you don't like to.
Yes, I'm 87 years of age.
87.
87 years young.
Yeah, 87 years young.
And don't take no medication up to now.
And you look great. You move great. You sound great.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're probably the most handsome person in the whole house, you know?
I wouldn't say so.
Yeah, what's
Outside of Maui.
outside of Maui, that's right. Maui's a little chihuahua. And of course he's the most. What would you say is the secret to a long, healthy life?
You must have a contented mind, and love is
Okay.
important. Don't stress out. When you stress out yourself, you get ill.
Okay.
I mean, those things does happen, but you got to try to, don't take it on.
Okay. So low stress, and you said a content mind, just a mind that's happy, that's at ease, at
Yes,
peace.
and
Okay.
live with love. And understanding is one of the most basic principles in life.
Yeah.
When you understand one another, you don't create misunderstanding.
Right.
It's not everybody is right. Sometimes you just be wrong, but you can't be wrong and strong. You got to try and listen and figure it out.
Got it.
Okay?
So talking to each other, understanding each other.
It's
Yeah.
important.
With an open mind.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
important.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah, that's one thing I've always admired about you, grandfathers. That you're always you're in such good shape and spirits, and it's
you're
a
so
goal,
wise.
and it's such a wise person, full of love. And when I grow up, I hope to be like you.
You will.
I hope so.
You will.
Yeah.
He's like, don't worry, you will.
Hopefully my wife doesn't run me crazy. I'm kidding.
What?
All right, so it actually did this really well. Left. So this is what I love. You see how there's green lights and there's red lights?
Mhm.
It knows that those red lights are for the left, so it stopped. It didn't get confused by the green lights.
Yeah.
You know? I feel like that's not an easy thing to solve, and they figured it out. And they did that early on, too. They figured that out early on. Yeah. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that advice. I think people listening in, I think will really enjoy that, and they'll take it to heart, because I think, I think it's important to be happy and to be
It
content.
is.
You know,
It is.
especially nowadays with all the craziness that's going on in the world.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
so
Facts.
for sure. And then for those, I think that you introduced yourself at the beginning, but you are from Guyana, right?
Yes.
Guyana, yep. And you're in the States visiting for the last how long? 6-8 weeks now? You've been in the States for a couple months?
Yes, well, I used to live here before. But I
Right.
never came to Texas.
Right.
I used to live in New York, and then I went back to Guyana.
Mm-hmm.
But I could always go and come.
Right. We tried to find some cowboys for you, but we were unsuccessful.
I saw a lot of cowboy films. Plenty in my young days.
Yeah. What was the one we just watched a couple of days ago? What was it? My Name is No One, right? My Name is No One? Yeah. Oh,
one-
My Name is Nobody.
The one he had to
Nobody.
turn off?
Yeah.
No. We watched that full. No,
Oh.
that one was Lucky.
We watched Zorro too.
We watched Zorro, that's right. The one with Antonio
Wow.
Banderas, right?
Yes.
And Catherine Zeta-Jones. Classic.
And I saw the old Marco Zorro with Tyrone Power. I think it was starring Tyrone Power in those days.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've ever watched the original one.
No, me neither. Only this one.
Because isn't there another Zorro after that one too with Antonio Banderas? Isn't there a newer
so.
one?
Yeah, they had more.
All right.
They had more. Came
Here we go.
after.
This should be an interesting turn. We got to be on the right side of the right. Perfect. Okay,
Oh my
this
gosh.
moron on the left almost ran us out the road.
Oh my gosh.
So I took over there because this person doesn't know how to drive. Don't.
What the hell?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
There's some triggers.
That was yeah. So that was fun.
Yeah, but the car wasn't wrong with the other guy.
Yeah, it was the other guy, exactly. So that's a perfect example where the car was behaving correctly and the other guy literally almost ran us off. And the car, I felt the car actually correct itself before I took over because it started veering to the right a little bit, then I took over. So the car was protecting itself against the other car. So that was really good to see. This is extremely weird. So on the right here, we got 2 double lanes and this is not at all where it should be going. Oh, actually, is it? What the hell? Was that the right turn? Did I break it?
I don't know, but
I think it is. I think it is. I think this is correct.
This is
Okay,
weird.
so I don't know how to drive, I guess, because this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. Okay. So I guess this is the right place to be. That was quite strange. Very eventful drive today. Yeah, some of these roads I've never seen before and they're just strange.
oh, we're over by Auditorium Shores.
Yeah. That's where you like to take
There's
pictures.
parking. There's never parking.
Did you bring your camera?
No, no need. I already took enough photos here.
That right turn was so weird.
Yeah.
Was it just me or was
there
it?
was no signage.
There was no. It looked like 2 double bike lanes. So strange. All right, so we got a roundabout here. It needs to keep going straight. So it entered the roundabout lane and it's got to keep going straight. So I'm gonna push it along. It's got to go to the right. Okay. I pushed it along ever so slightly, but it completed it. Okay. I can't believe that guy didn't, like, I was next to him the whole time.
Yeah.
What do you think? What does he think?
He just needed to stay in his lane. That's not how you make a turn.
Yeah. So this, I don't know why this car's trying to go around right now. It should not be doing that. It should be on this lane right now to make the left. So it was trying to go. What? Yeah. This is very strange right now what the car is doing. All right. Okay. It was, for some reason, was trying to get out of the left lane to go into the middle lane, but it really should be on the left lane, making the left. I don't remember
weird.
if I sent this over. I'll send this over anyway. Yeah. So much data. Gathering so much data right now. Oh man, I'm excited for dinner. What do we have for dinner? Chick-fil-A?
Yes.
How can you not be excited for Chick-fil-A?
So excited.
This is gonna be a very interesting video to view
Why?
when I play it back. Because there was a lot of like stuff happening on the road,
Yeah.
you know? What I really enjoy is that I for me at least, I'm glad that we have like this software right now at the point where you could put it in a situation like now where it's like ton of traffic, ton of crazy stuff going on the road, ton of pedestrians, weird road conditions, weird road setups, and like it's navigating through them. It needs help definitely in some situations, but the fact that it's operable in them, I think is quite a dramatic step forward from where it was not even like 6 months ago, you know. But there's still ways to go, you know. And I'm curious to see how quickly they're going to be able to iron out the kinks that we just saw, like even through this drive right now, you know. It's going to be fascinating to see. I think there's a plaid Model S up front, the red one on the left there. Is that plaid? I don't think it's a plaid. Is it a plaid? No. Is it? Is it a plaid? Is it chromed out? Oh yeah, that's a plaid.
Oh yeah.
Is it? Yes, I think so.
That's totally a plaid.
Yeah, that's plaid. Nice.
Or as Kevin says, played.
Who else calls it plaid?
Play-Doh.
We'll make Swift's attic our last stop for the trip, and then we'll go get some dinner. All right, so red light. It's going to go up to the lane. Perfect. It's going to stop.
Totally ran the light.
We have the license plate.
Oh my god.
I got you in trouble. Just kidding.
I ain't no snitch.
You take pride in your not being a snitch?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm trying to think. That right turn with the weird concrete thing that was going on there, I didn't even know was a right turning lane. I thought it was like a bike lane. I wonder if it would have completed the turn if I just let it do it.